I discovered that my son's future in-laws had uninvited our family to the wedding because we were not their people, so I gave them 30 days to move out of the house they thought my son owned. My wife and I bought a 4-bedroom house in Pennsylvania, where my son lives. Our son went to college in Pennsylvania and wanted to stay in the area, so we bought the house as a second home, lived in NJ, and commuted to Manhattan for work. We figured he would have a place to live, and we could visit every so often and spend quality time together. We pay the house's taxes and services/maintenance. Our son pays for his groceries and the house utilities. All was going well for a few years. Our son met a girl, and they got serious. We met her, and she seemed nice enough. They announced their engagement, and she moved into the house with our son. Now for the problem, the wedding. We hold a little get-to-know-you barbecue at the PA house. My son and daughter are there, as are our son's fiancée, her parents, and sisters. We all get along. My wife, daughter, and fiancé go into the house with her mother, sisters, and son. A few minutes later, my wife and daughter came out upset. They came over and told me we were leaving and driving back to NJ. I tried to find out what happened. Once we got back to NJ and they calmed down, they told me that our son, his fiancée, and her family didn't want us at the wedding. According to what I was told, we're not their kind of people. I was livid. I called my son and asked him WTH this was about. He tells me that her family feels that we are not good enough and will embarrass them at a family wedding and that we are all uninvited from the wedding. I let a week go by to calm myself down and drive back to the PA house. The new future in-laws are in the house along with the fiancé. It appears that they all moved into the house. They asked me why I was there. I told them I was coming over to talk to my son since we weren't invited to the wedding. They tell me to leave their house. I lost it and told them they had 30 days to leave. Tell my son I'm selling the house, and he could find somewhere else to live with all of you. I go to a realtor in town and list the house for sale. They call my son at work and tell him what I said. They thought that he owned the house. He calls me and asks why I'm selling his house, and I tell him I paid for it and it's taxes, which is mine. He lived there rent-free, but since he doesn't want us in his new life, he has to get out. I tell him the same as I told his future in-laws. They have 30 days to get out, and then I'll get a lawyer and evict them. Am I the off for taking a hard stance on this? He is my son, but the in-laws seem to take over, and we no longer count.